Hey guys, this is Owen Hunter here today. What we're going to be doing in this video is adjusting the trigger on this Ruger American Predator. Now, I believe stock comes at 4.5 or it might be 5 pounds. It's pretty heavy, but pretty standard for a cheap hunting rifle. I want to take it down to 3, so we're going to see how far we can go today. Maybe 3.5, we'll see. It's super easy, but I want to show you how to do it because I think it's very necessary if you're going to be shooting this rifle. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get your rifle, you're going to turn it onto the side, and then there's going to be these are called action screws right here around the other side of the magazine. Of course, we're going to pop that out. Make sure there's nothing in the chamber, of course. It's clear, as you can see. And you're going to pop out both of these screws. Now, these are Allen wrenches. They are 3/16. We're just going to take these all the way out. And what this is going to do is it's going to separate the chassis from the actual rifle itself. So we're taking the chassis all the way off right now. Of course, you want to be careful so you don't knock your scope off or drop anything. So I have it laying down and not sitting up. All right, there's the second one. Carefully stand it back up, holding both the rifle and the chassis because it will come out. And as you can see, if I try to let go, the barrel's going to fall out. There goes that. Pull the rifle itself out, set it down carefully. Here's your chassis. Set that aside because we don't need it right now. Now we can do the actual trigger. Alright, now that we have the rifle out of the chassis, all we have to do is we're going to loosen this Allen screw right here. It's going to be in the front of the trigger mechanism. And we're going to turn it counterclockwise, which is going to loosen it. I'll show you right now. So we're going to take it down about a turn or two. Let's see what that does. I have this little marker up here on the top, so I know how much I turned it. Going counterclockwise. It's 1 turn. That's 2. Okay, now we're going to test it and see what it's done. Okay, it does feel lighter. Now we're going to weigh it. Okay, now this is kind of funny. Bear with me. I know this isn't ideal, but I didn't have a good scale that was working for this. So I have this little pot with some avocados in it. I've weighed it to weigh about 3 pounds. So, got an old pair of earbuds here. It's going to tie to the trigger. This is what we're going to use to test it. It is a little funny, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get it working. See, this will set the trigger off, hold it up. And it will. Okay, now we're gonna put the gun and the chassis back together. Super easy too. It's pretty simple. You have this little magazine plate that I'm sure there's a name for it. I don't know what it is. I like to put that in first. Not drop my tools while doing it. It'll just kind of sit in on its own. And then you can get your screws. Just push them through those holes. That go all the way through. Like that. A little more, but that would be good. All we're trying to do is get them far enough where they'll catch the threads that are on the gun. All the way up, just like that. Sorry about the camera job. And there's that. Now, set it up right. As you can see, most of the way through. I'll this one over here. Okay, I was done there. Don't push them all the way through. You want them to be like flush with this metal piece. So if this one's good, this one goes too far. Pushing it down like that. And then that way, when you push the chassis back on, they can catch the threads where they need to. Chassis, all you do is slide it back in, stop with it, drop it, and then you're going to tighten these screws with it. I like to turn it on the side because it's just easier to work with. Hold everything together, don't let it fall. Like that. And then tighten it. Just like so. You don't want to over tighten it, you don't want to under tighten it. And I don't want to over tighten the right side, or I don't want to torque it all the way down while I do the left side. Just like changing a car tire, you want it to be even. Try it. Remember, this is just your chassis. It doesn't affect your zero or anything like that. You don't need it to be that tight. Right? I'd rather have it not torque down crazy tight. strip out the screws and not be able to access it. So that's it. It's back on now. Gun's not moving at all. We can feel the trigger. Alright, so that's it. I have the trigger where I like it. It's lighter, not too light, you know? Good for a hunting rifle, that's what this is for me. Long range rifle too. But last thing we want to do to make sure it's safe to shoot, or safe to leave like this for hunts or anything at all, is you're going to turn the safety off, just like this. You're going to flick it up to fire. Pull the bolt back, and you're going to see this little silver thing that pops out, right? It's going to go in when you pull the trigger, or when the firing pin drops, goes forward. What you want to do is just slam the bolt forward a few times. Not crazy hard, but just to simulate if you drop the rifle or something, and make sure that doesn't go forward. That's just making sure the trigger's not too light, and make sure this gun's not going to go off without you trying to make it go off. That looks good to me. If you want, you can pound the buttstock on the table or floor or something. Again, careful with your rifle. You don't want to mess your zero up or something, but just make sure it's safe. Pretty much it. That's how you lighten the trigger on the Ruger American. It's much lighter now. It's going to help you shoot tighter groups and make farther shots. Super easy. And thank you for watching. Yeah, bye-bye.